Hi, we're Sloth, and today we'd like to pitch to you an app for time management and organization that actually works. I'm Lilian Howe, CEO.
I'm Rucha, the CMO. Hi guys, I'm Rucha. As a high school student, I've struggled a lot with managing my time with extracurriculars and schoolwork, and in fact, 87% of high school students struggle with procrastination on a regular basis, but we're here to help with Sloth.
So our main app features for Sloth include, first of all, auto-syncing and organization. Auto-syncing basically means that our users will have their assignments automatically inputted into their Sloth calendar through their school's online learning management system using API calls, as well as organizing these tasks based on class due date and giving users a productive timer tool. Next, we also have smart input and weekly progress reports in order to help the user improve on their progress every single week. Finally, we have incentives and reminders, such as our reward point system and community feed, as well as push notifications in order to truly motivate our users. Here are a few screens of our demo, and here's the actual walkthrough. So we created a sample account for Rucha, and as you can see, she can first look through her tasks and projects. Tasks are short-term assignments, projects are long-term assignments, and on the bottom, we just have the community feed with the avatar of each user. Next, we have the calendar page, which reorganizes assignments based on their due date, and we also have a classes page, which organizes the assignments based on classes, and our productive timer tool allows the user to set a period of time to stay productive and also block distracting apps. Finally, here is the user's profile. As you can see, they can see their statistics for assignments completed, as well as rewards, and their weekly progress report on the bottom. Our target market is high school students struggling with time management, and this comes to around 15 million students and a 470 million total addressable market. Compared to our competitors like Google Calendar, Productivity Habit Tracker, and My Homework, which are our main competitors, but we do have a lot more competitors, Sloth makes up for all their missing valued features, such as convenience of input, better user experience, and useful features and incentives.
Go-to-market strategy. So from years 1 to 2, our marketing strategy will start off with our social media ad campaign, online marketing SEO, advertising at tutoring centers, and expanding our student ambassador program. In years 3 to 5, we'll partner up with companies such as Chegg, DoorDash, College Board, and Starbucks to gain incentives for our users as well as exposure. For revenue streams, we actually have 2 main revenue streams, our Sloth premium subscription as well as our video ads. And then for our income statement, we actually drafted this in which we project to have a profit of around 1.7 million by year 5.
So why will Sloth succeed compared to our competitors? First of all, we're targeting a niche market of high school students, and there is no current dominant competitor as a time management app for this market. Next, we have focused and effective features specifically tailored for high school students and incentivizing them. Finally, we have student ambassadors and partnerships to increase our exposure as well as our team's inside knowledge. As high schoolers, we know our targets' habits, mindsets, and pain points the best, and thus we are best equipped to deal with them. Thank you guys so much for listening.
I enjoyed listening for that. Yes, thank you very much. If you could close the, I've got it right here. So yeah, I'm going to bring the panelists back in, and Zelda, you'd like to kick us off. Nice job.
Thank you.
Well, as you can tell, I had a little difficulty getting back on. So I wish you would really consider doing this for adults. we need this type of help. So both of you did an outstanding job. Your presentation was awesome. You touched on your market, your competitors, your future plans, revenue, and future projections. And I don't know if I missed this part. So you just covered everything. You were very thorough. How much is the product?
Yeah, so actually right now we are planning on having a free version for the first 2 years. And then after that, we are planning on having a premium subscription model, which would be $199 per month.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. outstanding job.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Lilian and Rucha, congratulations, and thank you for sharing that tonight. I'm Nick, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I think the details in your presentation are superb, and down to your backgrounds. I think pretty much everyone who's tried to do the custom background doesn't really pull it off, but like yours fits perfect into your design aesthetic, and it looked great. Did you guys build that yourself, design the deck yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
It took
took
lots
quite a
of revisions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a skill you'll take with you for the rest of your life. And even if you don't take $1 out of the business, you'll take that skill, and it's worth a lot more to design something like that, because you could probably go out and get people to pay thousands of dollars to make presentations like that. So, but no, it's really good. I'm curious. Have you thought about selling this to schools instead of directly to students?
Yeah, we actually have considered that. So we first started out with kind of 3 different market segments, junior high students, high school students, and professional workers. But in the end, we decided to go with high school students first because we are the closest to them. We kind of understand them the best. And we know that a lot of high school students in particular have this issue. And as for why we specifically target student users instead of going to schools, we feel like it would be a lot more long of a process to contact many schools across the board rather than just having it available for students to actually download it for themselves, because we are trying to motivate the user and not have the school just force another planner type app on their students.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's something to always consider, just how you can partner with the schools to help get bunches of clients or of users. This seems like something that will do better the more people in a given school are using it. And so that might be another part of it. But I think it's great. And like Zelda said, procrastination affects people of all ages. And I think it's smart to start with the people and the students that you understand. But keep in mind, there's I think every stage of life there's a part of it you end up procrastinating through.
Definitely. Yeah.
So we're thinking of doing right now, again, just starting off with our high school students and then leading up to college students and then building up to the professional market. But we're trying to start off with a market that we really know, since we are part of that market. So I think that's basically what we were thinking of doing.
Yeah. And as for spreading to schools, I think Rucha mentioned it briefly. We didn't have time to explain it in detail because we kind of eliminated that slide before, but we had a student ambassador program in which we kind of wanted to have at least 3 to 10 ambassadors at each school and have kind of an organization format to spread it without having to directly contact those schools or advertise to them directly.
Yeah, grassroots approach. Cool. All right, I love it. Looking forward to seeing Sloth in students' hands everywhere soon enough.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Great. I'm Bill, guys. Thanks so much for showing it to us. I really got to echo the view that the branding and I think the name is fantastic. So there's a lot of value in that. I definitely think it's applicable across a lot. So you'll be able to branch out into different areas. What have you modeled the customer acquisition cost? So you said, Rucha, 2 years free, $1.99 after that. So, you're only in high school for 2 years. So your total value of customer is $48. So how much is it going to cost you to get each customer? And then that'll apply to other add-ons as well. So have you thought through that, and maybe what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so basically I think the main thing right now is basically just for the free version, we just want to get as many users as possible and then kind of build that kind of, liking for Sloth and getting used to it. And then in our our third year, when we introduce the premium version because then we'll have features such as auto syncing, smart input. Those are one of our key features. So they're kind of more incentivized to, take part in buy the premium version. And it's only $199 per month, which isn't too much considering our market. So we think that this is basically how we are trying to gain more customers with that, just starting off with the free version, then leading off to the premium subscription model.
Yeah. And Rucha, do you also want to explain some of how we estimated costs and based our user estimations?
Yeah, for sure. So in the for the first year, we're basically just focusing on students throughout the Silicon Valley and throughout the Bay Area. And then in year 2, we kind of lead off to students throughout California. And then we just keep on growing basically throughout the years. But that's basically kind of how our users are, how we gain users per year. We're focusing on certain markets or certain areas and then kind of growing into that. And with our partnerships, that's another thing that's going to really help us with exposure, because as I mentioned before, we're planning on partnering up with Chegg, DoorDash, College Board, and Starbucks, which are really key companies that especially our market is really in tune to and they have a lot of experience with. So that's basically how we plan on growing our market.
Got it. I think you need to I think you should think through Google AdWords and all other types of SEO and ways to get your market. That all costs money. So you got to make sure you factor that in, because you want to be able to make sure that you have enough in the bank to fund that growth effort, because as I think Nick alluded to, more people using it is clearly the way to make this successful, because you can build lots of great new tools. Yeah. So totally excited to see this succeed. I really love the brand and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
We're good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys did really well, and I'm really excited to see your brand and just your presentation. And you guys are, as the old folks say, you're on the ball. So you're doing a very good job, okay? So I do have some questions. Is your target, are they kids like you who are a bit more responsible and just need help with planning? Or are they really the procrastinators that aren't doing their homework and need something to kind of motivate them to get there? Who actually is the target?
Yeah, so I think our target is more of the academically driven type, since we said that we wanted students to kind of discover our app on their own through the App Store rather than being told about it from their school. The people who are more likely to search these kind of apps up are obviously more responsible and academically driven. So maybe students that meet the A to G requirements, for example, in our state for California, they're just kind of a set of academic standards, and it's easier for us to reach this market.
Okay. And then do you have I didn't see in your app, is there a tracker for if you have debate tournaments or school events? Is there a tracker for that also?
We actually don't have specific event types laid out for them to use, but they can manually input assignments, as we said before, with smart input. I didn't really explain it in detail, but we're hoping to be able to add features where the user can manually add assignments either by typing them in or using their microphone or camera and using a bit of text recognition. Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. So where's your website? Is it sloth.com, or how do we find you?
Yeah, so actually we're still in the development for our website, but we do have an Instagram, which is sloth_tool on Instagram, as well as on LinkedIn. I think for LinkedIn, it's just slothco. But yeah, feel free to look us up, and if you'd like follow us, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
We would love to have you guys part of the team.
Yes, very good. Well, thank you. And thank you for that invitation.
Yeah, thank you so much for the feedback.
And Rucha, Lilian, thank you again for your time and for zooming in here and presenting us with your wonderful idea. And I mean, you've definitely taken it beyond the idea. You saw the opportunity and you put a lot of time and effort into this. So investors out there, got your ears on. We have an opportunity here with obviously two amazing minds that are going places. So best of luck and keep us posted. We'd love to hear how things turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank
Of
you, guys.
course. Thank you.